In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the most merciful. For we are already in shape. You've been shaped under the American flag. You've been subject under this American flag. See, you've been shaped in slavery and justice. So that's why you come today, wearing the name of your former slave masters. Because you no longer who you are. You what he made you. So how the hell God called you, you go downtown to go look for a license. But if God called us, see, we don't need the white man to give us a license. See, you're already licensed by the call. Did Moses go to Pharaoh? Pharaoh, I met God from the burning bush. Can you license me to preach? See, that's disrespectful. So now we come to the little child. See, we all grown up. But see, we grown up and messed up. So Jesus said, you see that child? Except as you become as that. See, meaning we got to be remade. You know when Jesus told Nicodemus, except as you be born again. Can I enter my mother's womb for a second time? Well, no. See, you brothers and sisters been made other than what God had made you. See, he made you the glory. See, white man made you his nigger. White man made you his babe. See, he called you boy all your life. But God is trying to make us man again. So there's a lion sleeping in Judah. See, who will waken him? See, you can't send no pussycat to waken up a lion. So I want to say, the Bible says, how can they know? Except as they have a teacher. And how can they have a teacher except as he be sent? Now your former slave masters and their children are not going to free us from their grip. See, God will have to free us so that way we can become true disciples and apostles of Jesus the Christ. So I want to say, now there's conflict. And we have to recognize the cruelty, carnage, mistreatment, the brutality that is happening on a black man or woman here in America. You've been so subject under the American flag. And every hour of the day, a man dressed in a black and white uniform patrolling the streets. They was just looking to seek after that one helpless prey. As the Bible, Psalms chapter 10, verse 8 says, he sat in the lurching place of the village, in the secret place, though he murdered innocents. His eyes are set against the poor. See, up into this day, you see detective, police, FBI are all here. You see murdering, robbery, drug addiction. Are only the law that is practiced here. You come to such bus terminals and bus stations, and you see mobs. But when you see a woman walking late night, whether you don't know she's part of the mob, but you start to notice that she's part of the savage people. See, as long you hear, as long you say you American citizen, the tide today will be always set against us. Daniel chapter 7 verse 5 have a good description, talks about the beast rising up out of the sea with 3 ribs in his mouth, meaning that the black man here in America been swallowed for 3 decades. So now you approach the Senate, the White House. See, you look for justice here, but instead you get injustice. See, all our prayers has presented out in ignorance because we had not known the true God. So in this nutshell, you been nothing but a channel slave. Your white preachers and black preachers tell you, well, if you pray to the prophet Jesus, he will hear you. How can any man hear himself? And why would Jesus going to the only one that can save him from death? Why was he going to the only Father? Jesus went alone in the Bible, in the stories. He went into those remote places, those solitary places to pray to the Father. Every day while he was on his move, he prayed to the Father that can save him. Through his cry, through his submission, the only one that could have saved him from death was God. See, so once you understand God is eternity, God has no partners, although he don't need anybody to tell him what to do. The eternal God, the kings of kings and lords of all lords. He's not to be forgotten, nor he's forgotten. The only God, Allah, whom we praise, Allah, who we serve, Allah, who we stand up as Muslims today. Because our God today is not spooky. He's not a spookster. Our God is alive today and very active. He's the God of freedom, justice, and equality.